Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Soldier freed of indecent assault charge. A soldier was on Monday freed of indecent assault in the St. Catherine Parish Court and no case submission. Private Jimmy Lee Lewis in Linseed St. Catherine was freed after it was agreed that there was insufficient evidence to establish a prima facie case. This was after attorney at law Courtney Rowe made a no-case submission to the parish judge, General Nelson Gale. The court conceded and the judge upheld the no-case submission, which resulted in Lewis being freed. It was being alleged that on February 17, 2022, the soldier gave the female complainant a ride and subsequently diverted to his home. While there, he allegedly attempted to remove her clothes. She managed to escape after occupants of the house heard a commotion and went to investigate. The woman later went to Up Park Camp where she pointed out the soldier. A subsequent report was made to the Police Center for Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse. An investigation was launched, which resulted in Lewis' arrest and subsequently charged with indecent assault. He made several court appearances and maintained his innocence throughout. Fire causes minor damage at FCJs Marcus Scy Drive facility. The Factories Corporation of Jamaica (FCJ) has informed that a section of its small industry complex located at 22512 Marcus Scy Drive caught fire Tuesday, December 5th. The fire first observed by the individual employed to FCJ appeared to be within a single lease unit in close proximity to the entrance gate. Emergency services were contacted and the Jamaica Fire Brigade JFB responded promptly and was able to contain the blaze, FCJ said in a statement. FCJ further stated that based on preliminary information gathered by its personnel on location, the fire was largely confined within the single unit. Minor damage to an adjoining unit occurred during the fire extinguishing action undertaken by the JFB officers. The source of the fire is still being investigated. An estimate of the damage has not yet been ascertained, and a full assessment will be carried out, FCJ stated. FCJ expressed that it was grateful that no lives were lost as a result of the incident, and like all FCJ facilities island-wide, the building is insured. Gains made from SOE won't be lost, says senior cop. With additional boots on the ground, thanks to the Jamaica Constabulary Force annual Christmas Policing Operational Plan, Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of Area 1 Clifford Chambers is confident that gains made by the current state of public state of emergency in two western parishes will be maintained. According to him, during the SOE which ended on Thursday, there was a 79% reduction in major crimes in St. James, and all the murders committed during the period were cleared up. Since the SOE in St. James, we've had only 3 murders, and all 3 have been solved, Chambers told reporters on Tuesday. St. James is in Area 1, which also covers the parishes of Hanover, Trelawney, and Westmoreland. Like St. James, Hanover is now under an SOE. Among the benefits the SOE has reaped, Chambers said, is a better relationship between residents and the police. In his view, residents feel safer when there is more order on the roads and also when they can easily access and engage with cops. The SOE, to make it clear, has that big impact. The effect is there, the results are there. But if it is not granted, we have a way in which we can at least replicate it in the best possible way to maintain and continue the momentum that were garnered from the SOE, Chambers stated. The operations will continue, the numbers will continue to be increased, and the effect should be the same, he insisted. He explained that more cops have been on the ground since late November, and they will be in place until early January. Other parishes will have a large contingent of police personnel. It is called the Christmas Policing Operations Plan. It's a Christmas deployment that we do for the 27th of November to the 8th of January, he told reporters. Part of the approach is to do an 80-20 arrangement where we'll be reducing the police staff and put extra persons on the road. We will also be supported by the recent graduates from the training school that will add numbers to the streets, he added. Protesters want St. James Road in Spanish Town repaired. Upset residents block a section of St. John's Road in Spanish Town, St. Catherine over deplorable road conditions. They are calling for authorities to address the situation. The residents say recent patching has not sufficiently fixed the bad roads. The protesters used railway crossing gates to block the thoroughfare, forcing motorists to divert to alternative routes. Though those who were affected by the protests, several motorists endorsed the action as they bemoan the state of the roadway. I am glad that it will get attention. Every day the vehicle loses front end parts as the roadway has become a gully, Melbourne Dawkins, a motorist, stated. The consensus is that the road needs urgent attention and must be properly fixed. It was patched out recently, but needs to be replaced with sturdy material that can deal with it, Malcolm Chambers stated. Noting that the corridor is a patrol road, Mayor of Spanish Town, North Scott, said he is in agreement that the road needs attention. When contacted, a representative of the National Works Agency promised to return a call to reporters of the team read the situation. MP missing in action. The Member of Parliament MP for St. Catherine Northwestern, the People's National Party, Hugh Graham, is on thin ice after missing more than 60% of the sittings of the House of Representatives since the start of the year. Fellow opposition MP Dr. Peter Phillips, the former opposition leader who represents the St. Andrew East Central, has missed approximately 80% of the sittings of the House so far this year, but in his case, the Parliament is aware that he is dealing with a medical issue which provides a valid excuse. Jamaica Labour Party JLP representative, the MP for Clarendon Central, Leicester Mike Henry, has missed 57% of the sitting from the start of the year, but he also has medical reasons for his absence. There is no such medical issue on the record at Gardner House for Graham, who could face sanction. According to official attendance records from Parliament seen by reporters, Graham, the first-term MP, who has indicated that he will not be seeking re-election, was absent from 39 of the 61 sittings, 54% between January 10 and November 8. Graham submitted apologies for his absence on just 2 occasions and was missed from 6 consecutive sittings, which could be grounds for him to be booted from Parliament before the scheduled end of this term in 2025. On the motion for adjournment during the sitting of the House last Wednesday, Speaker Juliet Holness reiterated her stance on imposing the rules surrounding the attendance of MPs. There is in fact one member who has been absent for 80% of the sitting of the House, approximately 80%, without any excuse, and having been written to outside of the required time for attendance, Holness said, without naming the MP or the period she was referencing. If you have missed 6 consecutive sittings within a period of 21 days, the standing order requires that you must give the Speaker a valid reason for your absence within 15 days. However, in the Speaker's exercise in leniency, a member is absent more than 70% of the time without any given excuse to the Speaker makes it a challenge for the Speaker to be lenient, said Holness, as she declared that this was not a member from the governing side of the benches. And that is why I'm ensuring that I am extremely lenient. However, this stands now as a warning. Anyone who runs afoul of the standing order in respect of attendance, whether it be from the opposition or government side, will be held firmly liable in keeping with the standard orders, and there will be no leniency accorded to that member, added Holness. That was the second time in recent weeks that the recent elected Speaker warned MPs about the absence from sitting of the House. At the start of the sitting on November 8, Holness noted, there are some individuals who, for whatever reason, are absent from the House for an extended time. Please be advised that we'll be checking the records so that the individual or individuals having been absent from Parliament over and above what is in keeping with our standing orders will appreciate. You will be read out by the Parliament, she further stated. Reporters checked the attendance record of the House showed that between January and February, Graham was absent from 6 of the 10 sittings. It was a similar story for April and May, where he missed 11 of the 23 sittings while submitting apologies for only 2 of his absence. Graham was absent from all 4 sittings in April and missed 7 of the 9 sittings in May, though not consecutively. In May, he showed up for the first sitting on the 2nd, then was absent for the next 2 before showing up for the 4th. He was absent for the rest of the month. The businessman turned MP was then missing for 7 of the 10 sittings between June and July and missed both sittings of the House in September. Graham was also absent from all 7 sittings in the House in October with no apologies. He was missing for the first 3 sittings in the House in November up to the 8th, which is the last attendance record provided to reporters. Parliament standing orders state that any member who is prevented from attending a meeting of the House should notify the Speaker in writing as early as possible of his or her inability to attend. It further states that if any member is absent from any one session of the House for more than 6 consecutive sittings without a written leave of the Speaker, and such absence occurred during a period not exceeding 21 days, that member vacates his or her seat in the House under Section 41 of the Jamaica Constitution Order in Council 1962. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell